everybody. We are back up here in Pigeon Forge for the rod run. It's Friday, and it actually, I guess it kicks off today. But we were here Monday and Tuesday, and we were able to film some of the cars then. And it looks like a lot more have come in during the week. And we're going to go through here and see what we didn't see Monday and Tuesday. And y'all come along, we'll see what's going on up there. And I hear tires squealing over there somewhere. Okay, here's a 1970 Chevelle Super Sport, and it's got 454 badging on it. So you can see it's that bright, I guess you call it hooker orange with the black stripes. And it's very original looking. It's got the dual gate shifter in it. There goes a little Ford thumping as it goes by there. And there's, what is it, a 67 Camaro. And it's got a pace car on there in Indianapolis. I didn't know that. I knew 69 was. Okay. Shadow there. And here's a 68 right beside of it. Both of them are RSs, it looks like. This one is RSSS. Well, both of them are SSs. Really bright color on this kind of greenish Nova here. He's got updated seating in here. And here's the 66 Chevelle in that light yellow color. It's a manual transmission, and it looks all stock on the inside. All right, let's take a look at this road right over here. Here's a black and white 56. Looks like a small block Chevy there. I think I might have seen this one the other day. Yeah, I know I did, because I think that steering wheel come off of an Impala, if I'm not mistaken. Here's a really bright red 57. They've done an LS swamp on it here. Got original style interior. And I can't tell if, I think it might still be a 3-speed on the column. It could be automatic, but I can't tell from here. Bright orange Mustang, about 65 or 66. Here's a 68 Camaro RSSS. I can see they swapped in LS power on this also. Now here's one I think is a 62 Chevrolet, but they have done a lot to this car. It says 409 on the side there, and the trim has actually been painted on there. That's not real trim, that's paint. And I don't really know how to describe this color. It's kind of like a brownish orange metal flake. really went full custom here on the interior also. I wanted to step back away from it so you can see how it is lowered here. And they've lowered it a pretty good bit, pretty deep wheels front and back. You got that dump exhaust here right in front of the back tire. Anyway, this is a really nice car. There's a little Ford Roadster in kind of a burnt orange type color. You got leather interior here and a long shifter. Here's a black 1970 Chevy Super Sport. It's got 454 badging on it also. And it also appears very stock with a dual gate shifter in there. Here's a 68 Camaro RS SS. It's really a bright red. And it's beside this 61 Chevrolet here. Now here's a 55 Nomad. And this one kind of strikes me as being a little different. I thought on the Nomads the chrome went on up around the top of the headlight there. I might be mistaken, but this is a Nomad. Let me show you the back. Now here's a white 73 Corvette, and one of the unusual things about it, it's still got these spoke type hubcaps. Most of those have disappeared, and people went with rally wheels on most of them. It's kind of unusual to see these now. I hear something coming out of the walkway there. A 69 Chevy Super Sport. This badge is 396. It's beside this 69 Camaro. It's got 427 badging on it. This one's black with white striping, and this one's white with black striping. Here's a really pretty orange Ford coupe. See, he's got his engine covered up there. I don't know if they're expecting rain or something. Now here's an old Tennessee State Trooper car, and from what I've seen, it'd probably be hard for him to run down some of these cars that are around here, but I'm guessing this is around maybe a 65 model. Here's a bright red Chevrolet. It's somewhere in the 30s, I think. Upgraded that interior, made it look really nice in there and a lot more comfortable than it would have been new. Even modified the back end a little bit here. Looks really good. Now I think I might have seen this truck Monday and put it in that video also, but it's worth looking at again. This bright green. Okay, here's another Nova, and a green is about the same color as the other Nova we saw earlier, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a heavy duty race engine in there, it says. He has added some racing style seats in here. And as you can see, he has tubbed it out here and added a fuel cell in the back here. Hey, want that color with those white stripes actually looks pretty good. And here's a 68 Camaro. It's badged as a 502 engine there. And this black and gold with that red stripe, I think that's what the pace cars were in '78 on the Corvettes. It reminds me a lot of that, the color scheme there. And this other car here, I think it's a Nova also. He is full on race, it looks like it. Parachute. Looks like he's got the fiberglass hood laying there on the top. Let's move around front and see what he's got. He has a turbocharged big block in this thing. Here's a little square body truck in orange. And this thing looks basically stock, but it's a clean little pickup. The bed's real good condition. Makes a nice little truck. Here's a black 1960 Chevrolet. I can't really tell what he's got under the hood there, no more than he's got it raised. But I did notice that it is for sale. He wants $42,500 for it. These cars on this back road, they got for sale signs, some of them do. But me and my wife were sitting up at the road watching the cars go by, and there was a 57 station wagon sitting beside of us that had for sale on it, and the police pulled up behind it, and I think he called the number that was on there, and the guy showed up in a few minutes, and the guy moved the car. They didn't tow it or anything, but they did, I think, give him a warning to move the car. So if you're on that front row up there, I don't think you can sell there. Or at least you can't advertise it for sale there, I don't think. Here's a 69 Camaro that's still a base 69 Camaro. It's got 307 badging on it, and it still says 307 on the engine. Breather in there. But it looks like original paint on this car, and it looks like original interior. And got the dual gate shifter in it. But most of these have been cloned into a Super Sport or something. I'm not sure what either one of these two cars right here are. This one I do see that it has suicide doors in the back. This one has Packard hubcaps on it, so it could be a Packard. I'm thinking this one could be a Chevrolet, the green one over here. They've got this square body pickup here, just all smoothed out. It's a light blue color. There's done a lot of work to it. And this beside this little roadster here. Here's the inside of that little pickup truck. It's got a wood bed there, but I think that's over top of the metal bed that it would have came with. But that's actually a really good idea. I mean, it really cleans it up, makes it look good. And here's inside the little roadster here. Yeah, I'm looking at this bed. I wonder why I hadn't seen this more often, because that's really a good idea. If you've got a bed that's dented up on the bottom, just put those wood strips and it really looks good. Got a little Mustang rumbling out here. Got a rev war going on there. Well, I like this Mustang right here. It's really bright and shiny. Beside this little 66 or 72, 66 or 67, I'm sorry, Chevy 2 Nova. It's yellow, and it's got yellow and blue seats in it. Here. Anyway, it's a pretty stock Mustang here, but it's really a good looking car. And here's I think 63 or 64 Galaxy, somewhere in there. But they got it set up as a racing car. It is a 4-door, but that's really cool what they've done with it there. Definitely get a lot of attention in it. Here's a little 5-window GMC that it's been LS swamped here. And it looks like it's got patina, but it looks like a lot of it might have been helped along here. Got a really good bench seat in there, and just got a I don't know what you call it, come together wood bed there. There's no dividing strips in there. Now, I can't get a good look at it in between these other cars here, but it's actually a pretty cool truck. Here's a red 66 Chevy Super Sport. And looks like he's got it set up for racing here. See, he's got him a roll cage. And in case you're wondering, the trucks have arrived also. And this one wasn't parked up on the street, but I saw this Cutlass from a distance there on the side alley. And I walked down here to take a look at it. It's a pretty nice looking car. It's bright orange with a white convertible top. And I see it's got the wing on the back there also. And here's a little 4-door Chevette. You don't see too many of these. I think they crushed most of them and made toasters or something out of them. I'm not sure. But you don't see them very often. My sister actually had one of these years ago. Okay, I was informed this is a, what'd you say, 47?
47 Chrysler.
47 Chrysler. And I would have never guessed. And they've even added a vinyl style top here to it. Well, they've done some serious work on this, I guess, late 60s, early 70s Chevy pickup. But look at this engine he's got in here. He's got it tubbed out back here in the back, looks like. And this thing is just full race right here. Well, if you can see down in there, it's a little dark. Now we got a Nova here, and it's got striping that has M16 edition on it there, and I'm not familiar with that stripe. Look at this orange black on this old Ford wagon. I don't know if this is part of a Harley Davidson theme or what there. Got diamond plate back here in the back. Let's take a look on the inside here. Got a little straight rod here. Got a ton of Ram 2.4s on it there. And this beside this one that's a little more rat roddish. It says 1925 Dodge there on the plaque there. And it says Rat Life on top of the roof. And here's a big old bright blue, I guess even purple you could call it almost, Cadillac convertible, and it's got gold wheels. Gold wheels. Here's a heavy metal flake, ruby red, and I guess you'd call it, in white 55. And I think this is an early 70s Mustang Mark 1. Looks like they've done a lot of, or gave it a lot of attention there in the engine compartment. And it is a manual transmission here. And it's got the louvers and the wing, which I always like seeing that. And on the other side, there's another Mustang. Let me go over and see if I can look at it. Yeah, here's a 1970 model, I believe it is, in black, and it's really got some shine to it. And this one's automatic. Here's a 69 Camaro, and I can tell from here the engine compartment is all chromed out in here. Even the intake manifold's chrome. It's got houndstooth interior and a dual gate shifter. I see the Z28 badging on it there. Here's a 69 Camaro that's again in black, and it is set up to race, it looks like. Got some deep rear wheels there. It's got houndstooth interior. Also, this one is a manual transmission, it looks like. No, it's actually automatic. It just got a shifter got that ball shifter, makes it look like a manual. Here's a bright red Chevy 2 Nova. Wow, look how they did the interior on this thing with the stitching. I hadn't seen that before, but that's really neat looking. Actually, I think I might have seen this car before, but just didn't notice the stitching in it. Now this is a gold 1949 Pontiac, it says, and they've done a lot of custom. You can see the striping and all on it, and on this I guess gold looking paint. Here you can see the bucket seats and all the pinstripe and everything on the dash there, if my camera's picking it up. And what it's done to the back here, I don't know if those tail lights come out of a Buick or something like that, but I don't think they're original to this car. Here's an old Oldsmobile that somebody has brought, probably early 60s, I'm guessing. They have done some patchwork down here with the Georgia license plate, it looks like. Here's a bright red Chevy truck, guessing late 40s, early 50s, somewhere in there. Really nice wood bed back here. Here's another red Chevy truck, and this one has some added patina, looks like. Somebody brought their little sand rail here. A rail, I don't know if you call it sand rail or not. Anyway, it's not one of your Volkswagen style. It's actually got a V6 engine back here in the back. Yeah, I'm sure there's a company that makes these, but this is a Cobra X6, it says. I'm just not familiar with these. Here's a red Corvette. Judging by the number on there, I bet it's a 66 model. But as you see, it's got like the rally numbers and stripes on it. Got the big side pipes. Here's a small block Chevy. There's a 50s pickup truck over there. Anyway, it's really pretty Corvette here. It looks really good on the street. And Here's a 1957 Chevrolet. I guess you would call it a delivery wagon, but judging by the size of the supercharger and carburetor sticking out the hood, I bet it delivers stuff very quickly. So here's a late 50s, early 60s Corvette here. It looks pretty stock. And it looks like it has a fuel injection in there. Now here's a little Chevy truck that I guess it's late 90s, 2000, something like that. And as they're getting older, you will probably start seeing these pop up more and more at car shows. But they have put a V8 in this one here. And here's a little coupe that looks like it's been chopped. I don't know what you call this color though. And here's a 67 Camaro convertible. It's got the rally wheels on it. I can see inside there it is a manual transmission. Got the nose stripe on it there. And here's a little black doodle bug. It says they're asking $8,500 for it. And it's owned by the same man for the last 40 years. Here's another 69 Camaro. I've seen this guy before because I remember these flames on this on the stripes here. If my camera's picking it up. And you can see it's manual transmission, and he has aftermarket gauges in there. We saw a doodlebug a minute ago. Now here's a little Carmen Ghia convertible, which is also made by Volkswagen. Check out this chopped Chevy truck. It's a Chevy or GMC, but that is a big chop. I mean, they took a lot off the roof line on that. But this thing's really pretty. I wish you could see it in person. But it's black and it's got purple flames on it here. Put some racing seats on the inside here. Boy, that's a big chop on that. It changed the complete look of this vehicle. Here's a bright red, I think 57 Chevy truck. Now here's a big Buick, and it is really a pretty car in this blue and white. See, it's got 3 2-barrel carburetors on there. Even got the fuzzy dice in the window. Check out what looks like the baby hood bird there on the top of the fender there. Yeah, it really is a pretty car right there. And here's a little orange Pinto. You don't see very many of them. That looks very stock up here. Here's a mid-50s Pontiac, 55, 56, something like that. But it's got the baby moons on it, which you used to see those a lot, but you don't see them very much. Now we just saw a Pinto that looked pretty stock, and here's a Vega which would have been during the same era. They competed for sales with each other, but this one has been heavily modified, as you can see. Been tubbed out and got a full roll cage in there. They even added some wheeler bars on there. Got another little rat rod right here. Looks like a small block Chevy in there. Got an 8-ball shifter with a hand on top of it. And it is beside this other little rod here. I guess you call this a rat rod also. But it looks like it's also running a small block Chevy. This little blacked out C10 truck looks sinister with the black wheels. Even the door handles even been blacked out. Okay, here's a 39 Plymouth, which you don't see a lot of them. It looks pretty good though with those GM rally wheels on there. And this beside this 66 Chevrolet Impala convertible here. Really clean little C10 in blue and silver. This bright green 55 just really gets my attention. I saw it the other day when I was looking around here. It was here earlier in the week, but it's really a pretty car. Here's a really clean 71 Corvette. It has the rally wheels we saw in 73 earlier that had the spoke style hubcaps, I guess you would call them. This is really in good condition. You see a lot of the Camaros, but here is a Pontiac Firebird, and it's not a Trans Am, but they do have a LS engine in here. Yeah, you don't see very many of the Firebirds unless it is a Trans Am, but this one looks really good. There's a little dune buggy somebody brought. It's got a big Cobra on the hood. I don't know if that was inspired by the TV show Cobra Kai or what. Here's a 85 model square body Chevy. Got some graphics on the side there. And I think it said it had a 396 in it. Yeah, that's definitely a big block there. Now here's a 55 Ford truck. It says it's got the Chevy running gear in it. It's kind of a, I don't know, a khaki color, I guess. And here's a 1955 Chevy two-door wagon. It's kind of a copper looking color. He's really done a lot with the interior in here. He even got shoulder strap seat belts in here. Check this out, everybody. I don't know what this is, a little rat rod of sorts. It's like a V6 in here. And it does have a little trailer back there with it. And here's a little Falcon Ranchero. And they got 428 badging on the hood. And they got 351 badging on the side there. And I can't really tell looking under that cracked hood there. Now Now here's a silver pickup truck. I think it's a 55 model. It says it is for sale. I can see it's got leather seats in there. It's one of those split seats, 60/40. It's really clean. Here's your little Metro delivery van. Somebody's put some mag wheels on. There's a really clean looking 55 Chevrolet in black. How you like the graphics on this little square body here? Step side. Pontiac Catalina wagon. Running 3 2-barrels. Here's a bright yellow 69 Camaro with gloss black stripes on it. And just beside this yellow Corvette here. And they got it supercharged. They got a flame job on it here. And it says it's blown away there on the seats. Here's what looks to be a 69 Chevelle convertible. Red with white interior. Here's a Texaco station service truck. I guess it's probably mid, late 60s, something like that. And it's beside a yellow Ford pickup truck over here. Got rally wheels on it. Here's a really bright green Plymouth. Now here's a 55 Chevy, I guess, delivery wagon. And it's got Keep On Trucking on the side, but what I noticed was in the back it's got the Coyote and the Roadrunner. And finally the Coyote catches the Roadrunner in this scene here. And here's a 58 Chevrolet. It is a 4-door, really clean though, exceptionally clean. And it looks pretty original, other than some mechanical upgrades. I see it's got a brake booster and all that kind of stuff on it now. And they've upgraded the interior there also a little bit. Look what they've done to this truck here. They got aftermarket gauges. Put in some bucket seats on the console for your cup holders. It says rat rod, but this is actually pretty nice to be a rat rod. Now here's a Ford station wagon. I'm gonna say early to mid 50s. Does have a flame job on it here. It's kind of a khaki yellow with yellow and orange flames. It's got a number here. It looks like they've really done a lot with the interior in here also. And here's a 69, oh no, wait a minute, 68 Chevelle. And here's a 71 Chevelle. The 71's got kind of like a small tunnel ram there on it. Yeah, that one looks like it's close to the same. The intake's not as high on this one as it is the other one, but well, there's two pretty cars here. There's a nice green Chevy truck there. There's a little street rod, I guess you call it pickup truck. What you call this, but it's really big and it's actually pretty cool. They've definitely upgraded the engine in it there, LS engine. Now here comes some type of rat rod there. Blue Ford coupe. And this Pontiac is really sharp. It's not badged as a GTO. It's just showing Le Mans, but it's really a sharp car. There's a bright orange RS Camaro. And that is a really pretty, oh, somebody backfired there, but that's a really pretty yellow Camaro there. I mean Chevelle. I thought somebody was shooting at me. It does have a manual transmission in here and an aftermarket gauge cluster there. That's a really pretty Chevelle right there. And this looks like some type of little bumper car from years ago that somebody turned it into a little, kind of like a golf cart type setup here. Pretty neat. Now here's a 68 Dodge Charger, and this is the only one of these I have seen up here. Still got the 500 style wheels on there. I think that's what you call them. Check out the 57 four-door wagon here, and from this angle you can see the big luggage rack on top. That's what you could use to haul the kids around back in the day. There's some type of little rat rod. It's got a Studebaker there on the side. Wow, look at this little Ford truck here. Got some really wide tires on the back. And let me show you the exhaust tips. Remind you of the old Zoomies that I think the funny cars used to have coming out years ago. All right, now check out this Trans Am. Even though they don't make Trans Ams right now, this looks like a Trans Am. But anyway, I guess this front end's been put onto a Camaro, but it really looks good. See what they did to the rear end here. right, here's another little rat rod, and it says Rio there on the front. I think there was actually a car manufactured called Rio at one time. I don't know if this has anything to do with it or not, but this is unusual. Here's a later model Mustang. It says supercharged on the side. They got a lot of, I guess, aerodynamic packages around the side flarings and stuff. It looks like a carbon fiber hood. But anyway, they made this newer car look pretty good. Here's a really shiny blue 69 Chevy Super Sport convertible. Pretty stock looking. I don't know if the wheels are correct for this year model, but yeah, it doesn't have to be stock. And the wind is getting up. I hope it's not wreaking havoc with the camera here. I really like the blue on this Barracuda here. That's a beautiful car there. And they got this Chevy truck sitting pretty low. I think it's a 56. Not sure. But they got it down on the ground here in the front. This one here just yells custom when you look at it here. Look like it got a Team Ford injected engine in there. Let's take a look inside this one. Got an aftermarket instrument cluster there. This is nice. Here's a 69 Camaro in the Hugger orange. This badge is a Z28. Okay, here's one I think is a 65 GTO. It's got 3.2 barrels on it, I can see from here. And it is a manual transmission. It's got the glove box open. It looks like they got the original owner's manual still in here with it, which would be really cool with it being a 1965 model. Or I say I think it's a 65, I'm not sure. Now here's a 1968 Plymouth GTX. This one happens to have the 426 Hemi in it. I think all these come with either the 426 Hemi or the 440. Being a GTX, I'm not sure, but it's always good to see that old Hemi in there. And let's look inside here. It is automatic, and it looks like it's really original in here. Yeah, with that Hemi in there, that's a valuable car right there. And this beside this 69 Camaro here. Okay, here's another 55 Chevrolet, and that kind of turquoise blue or green and white. And this is clean, clean, clean. Show you the interior. It's got original style interior. I see they have added seat belts in here though, and it is a manual transmission.